I'll tell you what. Some of the games were stinkers, but that national doubleheader games on CBS, the doubleheader, those both lived up to both of their hype. What a doubleheader those two games were. I'm definitely going to want to get into those. But either way, it's the Week 4 NFL Sunday recap. Let's start off with London, and boy, that was some game.
Escaping, on the move, Mahomes stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown to Edwards-Helaire.
All the kids, and they can't get him on the ground. Watch this. And now he's going to find the receiver, stop, and the little push pass. Stop it.
Well, that was pretty good Sunday Night Football, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And, of course, starting out this Week 4 NFL Sunday recap with a game in London. Yeah, there were some big games. Obviously, I think a lot of the games were good. It wasn't the best week of football, but obviously there was the doubleheader on CBS was really good. No, either way, guys, like and subscribe. Welcome to another like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed. Cue those highlights from London.
Welcome to London, England, where the Vikings and the Saints are ready to kick off.
That's it. That's it.
3rd and goal. They set it up for Madison. Breaks 2 tackles and weaves into the end zone.
Around the edge and breaking off big runs.
2nd and 8. Cousins to the sideline. Intercepted. Tyrann Mathieu first pick as a Saint. 12th play of the drive. Dalton looking end zone. Juggling catch made. Chris Olave with the touchdown. 28-yard field goal try for Greg Joseph is good. And Dalton in trouble. Down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson there, and the ball came out. The ball came out at the end of the play. And Joseph's kick is good. And the Vikings offense, Hardy at the 42. Nice little jump stop. Got him to the 45. And then the ball pops out. The ball loose down at the 44. He was trying to... Off the play fake, Cousins steps up, throws, Jefferson open, defender fell down, Jefferson at the 10, inside the 5, leveling Saints. For 2 today. The Saints defense. No kidding.
They're not doing themselves any favors today. 2 huge stops.
2nd and 16, Dalton looking down the sideline, Callaway is there, sizing it up, and he makes the catch.
Running downhill.
Here he is, Murray looking, fighting, churning, dragging Vikings in for the touchdown. 6-yard try for Joseph. He missed from 56 twice last week, but he is money this week. Hill to the right, got a block. In the end zone, touchdown. Saints take the lead.
You get down here, it doesn't matter.
Jefferson on the end around, and he will walk in for the go-ahead touchdown.
Corner beat him.
Joseph's extra point, and it is no good for Will Lutz. We are tied. 1st and 10, Saints brought 5, airing it deep for Jefferson. He's got it. The home run ball. For Greg Joseph. Good snap, good hold. The kick by Joseph. It is good.
Good plays.
Dalton airing it deep for Olave. He's got it at the 43.
They gotta go. And nail this sucker.
Good snap. Good hold. Lets his kick on the way. And it is off the uprights.
Double doink.
Into this Week 4 NFL London game special. NFL Network London game special, the first one in here in Week 4. The Vikings came on top. They go to 3-1, 28-25 win over the Saints, who fall to 1-3. This game, being completely honest with you, was amazing. It was a very good game to watch. Not very well played, but it was definitely a very fun game to watch. Very entertaining. Kirk Cousins, he was really good. 25-38, 273 touchdown interception. He made some really dumb decisions. Didn't like his receivers. But obviously, they forced the ball to Justin Jefferson. I think he played well, but again, they forced it to him. Matthew should have had more targets, got open a lot. And Arthur Smith should have gotten more involved as well. And then Jalen Naylor, same thing. course, he's a wide receiver out of Michigan State. He was their best receiver last year. He needs to get more time. He needs to get more touches because he was getting open again, too. Dalvin Cook didn't really run the ball particularly well. He hasn't really done that much this year. I'm kind of disappointed. This year gave Alexander Madison more carries. He also had a touchdown. Justin Jefferson had a rushing touchdown as well. Ended around. Kansas Answer had 5 tackles. I think he snapped his leg in half, though. That's not good. Oh, yeah, Lewis Seed is out for a while as well. That's not good. Josh Mentalist didn't do anything. Zadarius Smith and Daniel Hunter played very well. Daniel Hunter, yeah, didn't have a sack, but he played well. Dalvin Tomlinson had a sack. Pat P played very well again. So basically, they had a pretty good game. Kicking-wise, I mean, Greg Joseph, yeah, he kicked bombs. That's all I got to say. Then we go over to the Saints side. I mean, Danny Dalton was actually pretty darn good. A 20-28, 234, 6 touchdown. That's what you expect out of a really good backup. Tavis Murray, 11-57, a touchdown. He ran the ball really well. Mark Ingram Jr., not really. Taysom Hill had a nice touchdown run. Chris Olave, very good game, 467 touchdown. Yeah, he didn't get open a lot, but he was literally the only receiver. Marcus Callaway should have gotten the ball more, but he was still good. Juwan Johnson, some big catches. Trey Smith had 1 big catch. That's really it. Defensively, Pete Warner, he's looking like one of the better linebackers, up-and-coming linebackers in the NFL. Didn't play particularly well in pass coverage, but he did play well in the run game. Marshawn Lattimore played well against Justin Jefferson, but didn't get a lot of snaps against him. Paulson Dable was against him a lot, didn't do a lot. DeMar Davis had a nice sack. He played beastly. Turner had to get a big interception. Well, it wasn't really that big. He just had an interception. Cam Jordan had a big sack, though. Shot total was, I guess, okay. I didn't get to watch much of him. Davis Street, I watched a lot of. He had a nice sack as well. Not very important, but yeah. Coach Willets missed a double doink. Like, they can't really say anything other than that. He missed it. Yeah. Stats, pretty even, being completely honest with you. Like, really. Yards per play went to the Saints by a good amount, though. First downs went to the Vikings. Time possession went to them. That's probably the reason they won. But overall, I don't think this game was super bad. It wasn't well played, I'd say. But definitely an entertaining game. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let's get right to the keep the game grade for both teams. And for this Vikings offense, I said use the run game from last week to disguise the misdirection, play action to get Justin Jefferson in his face and to gain confidence. Yeah, they did that. The run game just didn't get going, and the misdirection, play action was non-existent. I'll give them a plus. I think they played pretty well, but again, they didn't get it overall. But I gotta admit, what is it called? Kirk Cousins played pretty well. Defensively stacked the box and begged the Saints to try to get a big run outside so that Eric Hendricks, Daniel Hendricks, and Zadarius Smith can blow it up. Honestly, they really pounded up the middle on the Vikings. The Vikings defense wasn't good in that sense. But overall, I think against a back quarterback, they didn't play super well. I'll give them an underscore though because they kind of kept doing the end, limiting the Saints in big plays. Yeah, they had that big play over the middle. Saints defense did not look, Vikings defense did not look good, but I don't think they were absolutely horrible either. It wasn't like they were they should have lost the game for that reason, but it wasn't a great performance by that defense. Let's get to the Saints. And for the Saints, efficient run game, and it's okay to punt with Andy Dalton at QB. I think they played really well, honestly. I'll give them 3 pluses. You could say this is a little jumpy, but obviously with this offense looked better with Andy Dalton than they did with Jameis Winston. And then without Alvin Kamara, they played really well, especially if you're Latavius Murray. Saints defense, under 20 points allowed. No, under 400 yards total allowed. I think they got that. 2 plus turnovers. I think they got 1 turnover. Defensively, I think they played pretty solid as well. Give them a plus. Honestly, they could have played better against Justin Jefferson. They could have put Marshawn Lattimore on him more. But I don't think he played bad. This defense played bad whatsoever. They were able to contain the run. They were able to get some pressure on Kirk Cousins. Next time, again, they just got to be able to better with their other corners. Like P.J. Williams made some big mistakes. But I think that wasn't the worst performance I've seen. I think they played pretty well. Let's get to the next game, though. Jets and Steelers. This one was interesting. I'll say that just off the bat.
This is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The New York Jets have come to town to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Trubisky intercepted at the 40-yard line by LaMarcus Joyner from 38 yards out. The field. Fake to him. And Wilson trying to escape pressure, and he does for the moment. Still trying to find a way. Double reverse. The pass to the end zone. Caught by Wilson from Braxton Berrios.
And Johnson.
51-yard attempt by Chris Boswell on its way. And good.
There's a positive play here.
Wilson throwing. Man coming across the field, and he's intercepted at the 5-yard line. This coming after Trubisky, who's going to launch it down the middle of the field, and nothing but Jets there. Picked off to Boswell. This is Boswell from 59. On its way. Kenny Pickett. Whitehead. Tipped and intercepted. Coming up the sideline. Fitzpatrick. Tight ends on. Pickett trying to sneak it. Trying to get there. Touchdown.
Jay Reed.
Pickett looking for the end zone. He got there.
To try and get the Jets in the end zone.
Looking left. Throwing. Touchdown. Pickett throws this side of the field and is picked off. They'll give it to Hall. Looking for the end zone and he Jets have had a timeout reinstated, but here is Pickett. Pickett buying time, launching it deep to the end zone. It is.
Yeah, I'll put it mildly. This game was insane. The Jets did come on top somehow. They're 2-2 now, 24-21 over the Steelers. Steelers lost 3 in a row. I'd say it was actually kind of a win, but offensively they're still challenged severely. Zach Wilson honestly played pretty well. Very inconsistent, I'll put it that way. 50% completion, 252 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But he made some really good throws and some really horrible throws. But honestly, I don't think one of his interceptions wasn't super bad. The other one was really bad. But I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. They ran the ball kind of bad. I mean, it wasn't very good. But, I mean, they came through in the red zone. Brees saw that really nice touchdown at the end of the game. Corey Davis, 5 for 74, touchdown. He had a very good game. Elijah Moore, yeah, had some big catches. But, again, just wasn't getting open against man coverage. Garrett Wilson, same thing. There was a lot of big play catches, like 10 plus, 20, 50 plus catches. That's one of these reasons the offense really got going, I guess. CJ Mosley, he had 5 tackles, really good in assists, but he couldn't really cover the running backs, and just for some reason the quarterbacks, we'll get to that in a second, didn't throw to him. Michael Carter had a big interception, like a very important interception, but like that's all I gotta say. DJ Reed, 4 tackles, like whatever. Marcel Harris, John Franklin Myers did get enough pressure. Yeah, obviously Marcel Harris isn't the guy you expect to get pressure because he's a linebacker, but he still didn't get enough pressure because he blitzed a lot. Jermaine Johnson, Quinton Williams are both beasts. I mean, LaMarcus Joyner had, I think he had 1 big interception. The other one was like an interception. Jordan White had one on a 50-50 ball. There was 2 bomb 50-50 balls that were interceptions. I think LaMarcus Joyner was the one at the end of the game. Carl Lawson had an amazing sack. It was a beautiful play by him. Steelers didn't really do a lot. Then we go over to the Steelers side. I mean, Kenny Pickett, yeah. 10 of 13, he came in, 123 interceptions. He was horrible throwing the ball, like horrible. Like 3 interceptions were 3 pass interceptions. He actually pushed the ball down the field. That's what I like, but he was not great. Mitch Trubisky was even worse though. I'll put it that way. They ran the ball pretty well though. I'll put it that way, like really good. Well, and then Kenny Pickett had 2 really nice rushing touchdowns. George Pickens, first 100-yard games for him. Hats off to him. Chase Claypool got targeted like 6 times downfield. It was like triple coverage. I don't know what the frick they were trying to do with him. Just get him on screen if you want to get him the ball. Pat Freiermuth was amazing. Deontay Johnson, what the frick was that? Like, I get you were getting open. They just didn't the terrible throws. But next week, Kenny Pickett needs to get the ball to just target him 20 times. I don't even know what to say. This offense does not move unless Deontay Johnson does. Defensively, Devin Bush actually played a pretty good game. Minka Fitzpatrick, again, he's playing out of his mind, and they're still losing. But again, they started out 1-3 last year. But they're playing in a pretty one-sided affair next week. So yeah, I mean, Larry Ogunjobi did not do anything. Alex Highsmith had a huge sack. Cam Side, yeah, he had an interception, but he wasn't playing particular other than that play. That's really all I'd say. I mean, Cameron Hayward did not show up either. One of the reasons they lost that. Kicking-wise, there's really nothing else to say. I mean, stats, like, it was pretty even, I guess. Yards, obviously, went to the Jets, but I honestly think the turnovers were the biggest difference. I mean, 4-2 is not great. Possession was literally even, like a second off. Like that, it was a pretty even game. Jets came out on top because they got the ball last, and they throw freaking 4 interceptions. And for this Jets offense, run the ball 45 plus times. No, it had the O-line play and a jump cut set to protect Zach Wilson as he shakes off the rust. Yeah, he did that. They did that really well. I like the creativity from this offense. I'll give them 3. I'll give them a plus. They actually didn't play that great. No offense to any Jets fans. Your offense did not play that great, but I'll give you a plus because you did the job at the end of the day. Jets defense, big game, 3 plus sacks, 100 rushing yards, under 70 points, and 30+% pressure percentage. I actually don't think they played that great, but I'll give them 3 pluses because again they had 4 interceptions. You don't do that every day of the week. I think they played pretty well. You know what? We'll go to 2 pluses now, but whatever. Yeah, 3 pluses. That's what we'll give them. I think that's pretty fair. Let's get to the Steelers. And now for the Steelers offense, I said run the ball. The run game needs to reach 150 yards. I don't know. Did they get that? They might have. I can probably just go check that right now. Well, just ignore all the scores here. Jets. Nope. They didn't get that. Mitch Trubisky did not throw 2 touchdowns. 5 was Garrett Wilson, George Pickens starters. I think that's the only thing. If you look at the key, I don't think they. So, the key, of course, is right here. Really bad is 3 minuses. I think they played really bad. They did not play well. I get Kenny Pickett gave them a spark, but like still, they 3 minuses. They were horrible. For this defense, 120 points, 2 was turnovers, stack the box with aggressive run fits. I don't think they played bad. They just didn't play good enough to win. Well, you know what? They kind of did. I'll give them a plus. Foreigners, 2 million. You know, I gotta give them an underscore because they just didn't get it done in the end. They played really well throughout the rest of the game, though. But against the Jets offense, you kind of have to come through, especially when your offense is going to a shift like that. Honestly, I don't think they played bad. They just didn't play well enough to win, in my opinion. There. Let's get to the next game, though. This one wasn't the greatest, but it was a very well played game, in my opinion.
Head coaches Kevin Stefanski and Arthur Smith with a pregame chat as we get you set for kickoff. Dribbling right. Brissett trying to buy time, throws to the end zone and throws it away. So far this season, this one is from 30 yards away. Reverses field. He's got the corner. Patterson to the end zone and no signal yet. Yes! Brissett steps up. He's going to keep it himself. Brissett has a window. Touchdown! Throwing it on 3rd and 1. Looking deep for Peoples-Jones. Into the sun. He makes the catch. 4th round pick out of LSU, who has kicked in this stadium before. Already 1 for 1 on the day. This one on the way, and it is good. And he's in! Only fitting. First NFL touchdown for Caleb Huntley. Shove through the left side, inside the 20. Shove's got the 10, 5, touchdown! 21-yard field goal by Younghoe Koo is Mariota looking to throw here. Pressure's coming, he steps up. He's got a wide open Zacchaeus at the 32. Zacchaeus breaking free. Is 2 for 2 today, and Koo is good again. Play. Brissett fires, and it's intercepted!
Down in Atlanta, the Falcons won their 2nd game in a row, 23-20 over the Browns. The Browns fall to 2-2. Really disappointing loss for them. Really was actually a pretty well played game. I don't think there was any big mistakes, but that's where really you go. You got Jacoby Brissett out of the Jacoby Brissett game, 21 of 35, 234 interception. Really didn't make any dumb plays, but again, just didn't get it done. He actually got it moved around a little bit. Nice rushing touchdown there. Nick Chubb, pretty run again. They just ran the ball like they usually do. I think they could have ran the ball even more, though. David Njoku, pretty good game. Downfield was an untypical game for him, but Amari Cooper got absolutely clamped. There's really no other way to say it. David Bell didn't get the ball enough, in my opinion. That's really all you got there. And I do think Anthony Schwartz is just not the guy you expected, but Harrison Bryant had a lot of targets as well. Jacob Phillips, I mean, I guess he's filling in somewhat for Anthony Walker Jr.'s got through the whole season, but obviously JOK is their guy, and he didn't play great. John Johnson made a couple big tackles. That's really all I got to say about him. Grant Delpit did not play well whatsoever, though. He made some big tackles in the open field, but coverage wasn't the worst. Jordan Elliott had a nice sack. That's all I know about him. Denzel Ward interception. He didn't play it particularly well, but that's, again, he had a pick, so that kind of, I don't know, counterbalances it. But other than that, that's really all I got for this Browns team. For the Falcons, I mean, Mariota was pretty awful. He was not good. He had one nice pass down the field to a wide open receiver, but they ran the ball super duper well. Yeah, Cordell Patterson really struggled to run the football in like the 2nd quarter, but other than that, they ran the football really well. And Mariota ran the ball a couple too many times. But Old Man's Zacchaeus, I mean, he had a couple big catches. Drake London had 2 catches. That just cannot happen. Needs more targets. Michael Walker, pretty good game, but again, is he hurt? Why do I think he's hurt? I guess he's not. Well, he's playing like Deion Jones right now, so like prime Deion Jones when he actually was good. Rashawn Evans, really good that player, playing well. Lawrence Carter was really good in the run game. Didn't really do crap in getting out the quarterback though. But Great Jarrett had a nice sack, kind of cleaning up for that. D. Alford back on this team, I think. No, that was Robert Alford. What the heck am I saying? I don't know who D. Alford is. I'm being completely honest with you. Other than that, he had an interception. I remember that. Jalen Hawkins, yeah, he had 2 tackles, but I don't think he played particularly well. That's really got it for that. Then we go over the stats. I mean, it was pretty even. I mean, the Browns had like 70 more yards, but I don't think it was really that bad. Obviously, they're going to run the ball better than they are. But 2 pretty good offenses. Obviously, time possession was not fair, but I do think the interceptions were big. The 2 turnovers with the Browns were actually not. They didn't do well there. But again, when it came down to third down, I think the efficiency was much better. I mean, like, yeah, it doesn't look much better, but it was. Their third down conversions were huge. In clutch time, it was really the Falcons that won that game. And, of course, their defense came through big time at the end of the game. That's all I got for this, though. Let's get to the keys to the game. For this Browns offense, 200 plus rushing yards, yup. 200 plus passing yards, yup. Aggressive edge sets, nope. As the Falcons, edge rushers are going to give you any resistance running them. They did. They finally get Andy Schwartz deep on second and short. I don't think they took enough deep shots in that opinion there. But offensively, I don't think they played terrible. I don't give them an underscore. I think they played pretty okay. I think they could have played better, but again, Jacoby Brissett wasn't really that terrible. They just didn't do a lot. Browns defense have DBs play up to cover the outside zone running scheme of the Falcons. They did that second quarter. I was really Drake London needs to be clamped on Denzel Ward. I don't think Denzel Ward played actually that great against Drake London. He just didn't get the ball enough, and again, Mariota sucked. So, in that all sense, I don't think they played well. I'll gotta give them a minus. I don't think they played terrible either, but they gotta stop the run in the clutch time. They just weren't able to do it. Let's get over to the Falcons side though. And for Atlanta, 175 plus rushing yards. I think they got that. Mariota has to throw over 300 yards without a turnover. No, Brian Edwards should get 3 plus red zone targets. He didn't even get a target. I don't think he got a target. Offensively, I'll give him an underscore because they ran the ball pretty well. Again, they got it through. Mariota came through in clutch time. But being completely honest with you, their passing game was absolutely atrocious. But hey, they came through when it mattered. That's all I gotta say. Falcons was under 80 plus rushing yards for the first half. Maybe they got that. I really don't know. Stack the box. Yup. Use speed on blitzes. Nope. And continue to have AJ Terrell on an island, the best receiver. In this case, Mark Cooper. He sucks against really good corners. That's all I gotta say there. I think they stepped up. I'll give them a plus. They could have played better against the run, but the Falcons' defense obviously is one of the worst in the NFL. But they played well tonight. I gotta give them a plus. I'll give them 3 pluses because they really stepped up. Oh, after this one, though, guys, let's get into a very big matchup, an anticipated one. It was a pretty good game, but obviously the Jags just let that one slip.
The kick is next on CBS. Eagles playing with pace. Hurts faking the handoff, the pass, bat into the air, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Cisco. Cisco still going inside the 20. Cisco is going. Robinson finding some daylight. Football is loose. Left in the quarter. Lawrence to the air. It's caught. Agnew. Touchdown. The Agnew catch. Just outside that Eagles 40. Lawrence puts his back into it. As a man who had a step again, it was Agnew. Lawrence feeling the push. Football is loose. Who's got it? And it's Eagles football. On 4th and goal. He's going to run for it. Hurts. Football is loose. What's the call here? Now they say touchdown. Hurts from the shotgun on 2nd and 6. Sanders in. Touchdown. Big 3rd and 1. Lawrence looked like the football came loose. Trying to dive on it. Now Sean Hockley trying to get to the bottom of the pile.
Round down here at the bottom.
2nd and goal. Gainwell waltzes in for the touchdown. 7. Here come the Eagles on the blitz. Lawrence in the face of pressure, and it is picked. The weather, the operation is good, and Elliott able to bang it in, and boy, he took a hard shot. 3rd and 6 over the middle. It was dropped. Good snap, good hold, and Elliott is perfect. Lawrence on 2nd and 10. Football is loose again, and Philadelphia with another takeaway. Desperately trying to keep him out of the end zone. Sanders, and he bangs it in. Lawrence go here, feeling the pressure, throws on 3rd down. Wide open, it's Kirk. Inside the 10. Lawrence near side. Agnew breaking a tackle, and he's in. Touchdown. But he begins just outside the 20. Football is loose again. And the Eagles have recovered.
Yeah, I'll put it simply: the Eagles should not have won this game. The Jags actually outplayed them. That's how I'll put it. But the Eagles are now 4-0. They had the best record in the NFL. They're undefeated. They're the only undefeated team. That's really all you got through 4 weeks. But 29-21 win for them. I don't think they played well really at all. But Trevor Lawrence, after he missed that deep ball to, I don't know, who the heck was it, Zay Jones or Christian Kirk, he hit it later. But, you can't turn it over freaking 5 times, Trevor, and expect to win a game. 4 fumbles, that's the most since 1979, I think. Yeah, you're not going to win games that way. 11-23, 174, 2 touchdowns, interception. He threw some really good passes, but I don't think the conditions were ideal for him. They didn't run the ball well whatsoever, though. James Robinson was not great. But defensively, they were obviously better. But yeah, Jamal Agnew 2 catches, Christian Kirk on a bomb. No one else got open, though. Boise Luke on 12 tackles, like, insane. Devin Lloyd, yeah, he had a couple missed plays in terms of gap schemes, but other than that, he was just insane. Again, Josh Allen was amazing off the edge. Where's Trayvon Walker? Trayvon Walker was really good, too. I got to give him that. He got a lot of pressure. Honestly, score, of course, with a pick 6. Defensively, they played well enough to win. Eagles, I mean, Jalen Hurts was not good. 16-25, 204 interception just was not good. Of course, they had some drops, too. They ran the ball pretty well, I got to admit. Like, they ran the ball pretty well. Yeah, Jalen Hurts not so much, but because they contained them with Devin Lloyd. But they ran the ball well with Miles Sanders. I got to give them that. That's where the gap misses were with Devin Lloyd. That's what I was talking about before. A.J. Brown, 5 for 95. I mean, he was pretty good. Devontae Smith got hurt. Dallas Goedert, they took advantage of that defensively as well for the Jags. Dallas Goedert dropped a couple big passes. I don't think he played well. Yeah, he had 5 catches, 72 yards. Good for him, but did not play well enough. Hassan Reddick, huge game. I think he had forced fumble, maybe 2. I don't even know. He was really good. 2 sacks as well. TJ Edwards had a big sack. I don't think he had a ton of pressure, but again, he's a pretty good middle linebacker, so you're going to get that out of him. James Bradbury, huge in red zone interception. Other than that, I don't think anyone really on this defense played particularly well, but forced fumbles, limiting rushing yards because they're a better defensive line than the Jaguars' offensive line. That's what you're going to get there. And for stats, I mean, it was a pretty ugly game overall. Yeah, the yardage went to the Eagles because they ran the ball well. 210. Yeah. Yeah, and they got dominated times of possession if you're the Jags. But I actually think they outplayed them because defensively they played really well. That's all I got for this game, though. Let's get right to the keys of the game recap for it, though. Yeah, this one, I'll be honest with you, with this Jags offense, run the ball heavy the first quarter. Yep, Trevor Lawrence needs some volume downfield passes. Yep, 10 plus targets to Christian Kirk at the left. I don't think he got that many targets, but I got like 5. But honestly, I gotta admit, I gotta give them a minus. Offensively, they can't turn. You know, I gotta give them 3 minuses. They played really bad. But like with the keys, yeah, they played really bad. No, bad. Yeah, bad. I think that's fair. But I don't think they played really bad because they were able to move the football somewhat and score points. But they did not play. You can't turn it over 5 times to ever expect to win games. Jags defense pressured Jalen Hurts and played Steve Jones with the corners on the boundary. 7 yards. Yep. Fit the shotgun run game. Nope. And shifting B gaps and having interior defense linemen from 1 to 2 I actually think they did that pretty well, but it's just their defensive line isn't it's not developed. It's just there isn't much talent. Like Roy Robertson Harris is the best player of that defensive line, and he isn't even that great, being completely honest. But when you got this defensive, I don't think they actually played bad whatsoever. But it's just that it was a little like things like obviously talent. But I'll give them 3 pluses. I think they played really well. I think they kept them in the game. Yeah, the rushing yards, but the Eagles are just a better team. That's talent. But what they gave them, I think they played really well. Let's get to the Eagles. Yeah, with the Eagles offense, 150 rushing yards, yeah. Jalen needs to prove he can hit it. Nope. He missed a lot of those throws. Offensively, though, they were able to run the ball. I think they relied on it a little too much. I'll give it an underscore. Jalen Hurts threw a bad pass and got picked off. I think it might not have been a pick 6. It wasn't that bad, but it was not a good throw. Their offense did not play well whatsoever. I got to give them an underscore, though, because they did lean on that run game. And when you can do that, you can win a lot of games. I'll give them that. Jags. Eagles defense set up versus both the runners. Don't Travis Etienne. They did not. Their secondary got burned a lot. I gotta give them that. But against a team like, I don't know, the Cowboys, they're gonna get burned. They're not gonna look good against a team like the Cowboys if they give up that much yardage to their receivers. They got burned. But they did force 5 turnovers to Trevor Lawrence. For that reason, I'll give them a plus. But I do not think this Eagles defense played well whatsoever. The Jags had their number with Christian Kirk because Christian Kirk, hats off to him. He's a very good route runner. Pretty good in press. Not great, but gets the job done there. That's all I have for this one, though, guys. That's what I got there. Let's get to the next game. It was a pretty good game. A little lopsided, though.
The 2 coaches, Lovie Smith, he wants his Texans to play the full 60 minutes today. And Brandon Staley talked all week about Rex Burkhead is the offset back. Mills hit as he threw it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley early in the season. Herbert looks one way, throws the other into the end zone. Touchdown to the tight end. And that is no good. He did there. Back to Eckler. Can he get him their first rushing touchdown of the season? Yes, he can. Yeah, they have brought life to the X's and O's, and a lot of life and a lot of green grass from Mike Williams. On the draw, Eckler with a lot of space. Sprinting for the pylon come in. Kick is good. The 7th trip of the season. Burkhead out of the backfield. Touchdown. To lead the way. Mills thinking deep. Throwing deep. Headed for Collins. He's got it at the 30. And all the way down to the O.J. Howard. The throw to the end zone. Brandon Cooks. And it's the first touchdown pass of the year to a wide receiver.
4% right now.
Oh, their special teams delivering a message to DeAndre Carter. That was M.J. Stewart, and did the ball come out? Three-point inside the 5. Touchdown Chargers. Man pressure, Bill spins away from it. Flag is down. Bill's up for grabs, and it's intercepted.
And yep, it got close, but the Chargers were able to come on top. They beat the Texans 34-24. It was a pretty good game, honestly, I gotta admit. Of course, they got 27-7 at one point. They kind of blew it, but yeah, 34-24 game. Find out Chargers are now 2-2, bounce back win. Houston is the only winless team. Well, yeah, they're winless right now. Justin Herbert, 27-39, 342 touchdowns. He looks very good. Obviously, he had some missed throws. Didn't throw the ball deep a lot, but he was very good. Austin Eckler had a really great game, 13 for 62 touchdowns. Didn't really run the ball well to anyone else, but I guess they got the job done. Mike Williams, 7 for 120, pretty good game. Joe Lever had a very good game, best game he's had in a while, 5 for 61 and a touchdown. Austin Eckler really good in the receiving game as well. I mean, Michael Bandy over the top was pretty good. That was really it. Josh Palmer had a nice catch down the sideline. Drew Tranquil, I think, played a very good game. Sunday Samuel Jr., not really that much, but again, he didn't play terrible. Derwin James did give up a big bomb play, but that was really it. Nasir Adderley played amazing, really, really well. Bryce Callahan had some trouble in press, and definitely had some trouble in press, but other than that, he was pretty good. He had an interception as well. Sebastian Joseph Day, Khalil Mack, and Morgan Fox, and Jared Tiller out of sacks. Those were their 4 sacks. Jared Tiller, was getting pressure like it was nothing. But that's really all I got there. And then on the Texans side, I mean, Davis Mills, he had 2 interceptions. Interception in the first play of the game. He played really well in the second half. I'll give him that. First half, he's kind of a mess, but that's really what we get. Damian Pierce ran the ball really, really well. Almost should have handed it off more. Of course, Nico Collins cut that bomb. Brandon Cooks, pretty good game, 7 for 57 touchdown. Rex Burkhead had a nice touchdown catch as well. Jordan Akins had a couple big catches. O.J. Howard did not play well. Camu Grugier-Hill had 6 tackles. I mean, Steven Nelson, yeah, I watched a lot of them, but didn't really see a ton. Just being completely honest, he didn't get to, he didn't do a lot. That's all I got to say. John Reynolds actually played pretty well. Obviously, he's not the greatest player, so he's going to make mistakes. Gave us some big plays over the top in the secondary, but that's really it. I'm talking, mostly in the red zone as well. Christian Kirksey played okay. Derek Stingley Jr. played, as you expect, pretty well. Jalen Petrie, really good. Desmond King, didn't get to watch a lot of him. Rasheem Green got some pressure. Roy Lopez didn't get enough penetration. Jalen Reeves-Maybin didn't do a lot. That's all I really got to say for this. Let's get right to the keys to the game recap, though. And for the Chargers offense, 20 was Austin Eckler receptions. I think they got that. 10 was Mike Williams targets, yup, and have Justin Herbert roll out and play action off the run 10 plus times. Offensively, it was really big count that game. I'll give them 3 pluses. Again, in the second half, they did lose a little bit of momentum, which is a little concerning, but they played really well. That's all you got to know. Defense, Khalil Mack needs to prove he is a top 10 pass rusher. 2 plus sacks, he got 1. 5 plus pressures, I don't know if he got that much. 5 plus tackles / TFLs. Not that much, but he was very good. I got to admit, this defense played a pretty good game. I give them a plus. Obviously, they weren't great in the second half, and they gave up a big touchdown run to Damian Pierce, and they couldn't really stop the run. But I think it was a pretty good bounce kind of game. Yeah, you could say they played bad in the first half, but I think they played far better than they did last week. That's all I got to say there. Let's get right to the Texans. And for Houston, Texans offense run the ball 35 times. They didn't run it actually enough, probably because they were down. Play action to Chris Moore in the deep half. No, he didn't even get any targets. Brandon Cooks on crosser. Nico Collins on a mid-edge. He actually got deep. Honestly, offensively, I liked how they came back, but you got to be able to run the ball more, and they didn't really do that because they got behind. That's just that much quicker. But honestly, eventually, I think they played somewhat well. They just got if they get I'll give them a plus. But if they don't get behind as much, and they can continue to get the ball to Damian Pierce, they actually have a chance to win a game. But defensively, they just don't. Didn't really give the deep ball, play the boundary, no. And finally, Derek Stingley needs to have a couple big plays. He made a couple of good pass breakups, but he didn't have any big plays. It's really hard to win games when your defense can't really get out the field and they get you behind really quick. I don't think they played well whatsoever, but again, I think they actually kind of came through in the second half with some points, but they were already down by 20 points. It's hard to win a game when you're down by 20, especially playing an offense like the Chargers. Texans defense will give you credit there, but Yeah, you guys played really bad. That's all I got to say there. Or really bad or bad? Yeah, bad. You guys played bad. That's what I got there. Let's get right to the Titans and Colts game.
To a ball game to see the last two NFL rushing champions, Jonathan Taylor for the Colts and Derrick Henry for the Titans in an AFC South matchup. Derrick Henry territory. He gets the play action fake. Tannehill's got a wide open Robert Woods for a go-ahead touchdown. Hard plays. It's Derrick Henry making a cut. Inside the 5 and in for the touchdown. For this 3rd and goal, where it's a fake to Taylor, a zip to the corner, and it is incomplete. Took over for Rodrigo Blankenship.
He gets back too far, the rest is history.
3 possessions. Check to the second play. Matt Ryan, it's a pass that's deflected, and it is Tierre Tart coming. It's Tannehill, collapsing pocket, awkward angle throw, but somehow he slipped it into the rookie for his first. Off play action. Matt Ryan, wide open man. It's Mo Alley Cox again. He's got his tight end in Mo Alley Cox, and he's in for the touchdown. It's Taylor. Trying to navigate, just needed a little. That ball may have come out loose. Tennessee's claiming they've got it. Ryan avoids the pressure. Deep shot. Alec Pierce stops and makes the catch inside the 25. Way off. Kick it to him. They throw it, and they get it to Okonkwo. First down, inbounds.
And this one, the Titans were able to come on top 24-17. Titans are now 2-2. Big win for them. Colts, of course, 1-2-1. They've just been bad. But again, the Titans win again because their defense is actually able to hold the lead. That's really all you need to know because offensively, they shut down the second half. Ryan Tannehill only threw like 4 passes in the second half. Maybe not that little, but he did not throw the ball whatsoever. 17-21, 137 touchdowns. Aggregate day for him. Derrick Henry, I mean, he got slowed down a little bit in the second half, but he ran the ball really well. 22 for 114 and a touchdown. Traylon Burks had the rush as well. They got to run it more with the other guys, though. Okolonk, I don't know who the heck is this guy. I'll call him? Yeah, Chig. I'll call him Chig. Yeah, Chig, he's a tight end. I did not know they drafted him. Yeah, Chig, he had 3 for 38 touchdown. He was a beast. Derrick Henry had some big catches. Robert Woods, had a touchdown, but just did not get downfield, which I'm okay with because he blocked really well. But Traylon Burks was really bad. Again, he actually blocked pretty well, but again, he just was not. Kyle Phillips didn't get open a lot. I think his ankle was still nagging him. He's got to get back to 100% before I really can judge him. And Austin Hooper's a bum. Dylan Cole, 5 tackles. He was actually pretty good. Roger McCreary, I don't think he played well, but he didn't get any big plays. No, he gave that one big play to, who the heck was the receiver? Alec Pierce. He gave up that big play. Other than that, I mean, Kevin Byard played pretty well, but no one really did a lot. I mean, Nico Autry had 2 sacks, and Rashad Weaver had a sack too. But, yeah, Rashad Weaver's actually really stepped up as well. Tierre Tart had an interception, really nice play. Other than that, I really don't think this defense did a ton, but they really just get the job done, being completely honest with you. Then we go to Indianapolis side. I mean, Matt Ryan threw the ball 37 times, 356. They were able to throw the ball pretty well. 27, 37, 356, 2 touchdowns, interception. Big plays were definitely there. They could not run the ball for their life, though. The Titans just said, you can throw the ball, you can't run it, though. Mo Alley Cox had a very good game, 6 for 85, 2 touchdowns. Alec Pierce, big game. I mean, Michael Pittman just didn't get the ball enough. And again, a lot of big plays. Jelani Woods had a big bomb catch downfield. But when you can get big plays, I don't think it really matters. Offensively, they obviously couldn't run the football. That's why they lost this game, probably. But again, got to get Michael Pittman Jr. more involved, especially in the red zone. Zaire Franklin had 8 tackles. He made some big plays, but obviously, they just didn't get enough. Bobby Okereke was horrible in the middle. He's just not a middle linebacker. I'm sorry. Ryan McLeod, yeah, he had 4 tackles, but it wasn't like he did anything special. Kenny Moore did get burned a little bit. Was a little bit burnt toast in the red zone, but other than that, he didn't play that well. That bad. Rodney Thomas, of course, a safety. I don't even know he played, but I guess he did. Grover Stewart had a big sack. He was a beast. Quiddy played really good. He played really well. Stephon Gilmore didn't do a lot. I mean, he didn't really see much of him. Shaquille Leonard, of course, coming back. He didn't get a ton of playing time when he was on the field. He just didn't do a lot, obviously, because he's hurt. Tyquan Lewis actually made some plays, though. And then we go over to the stats. I mean, yardage went to the Colts because, obviously, they threw the ball a lot better. And rushing, obviously, went there. Time possession went to the Colts as well. Colts simply had 3 turnovers, and the Titans had 0. And, like, That's really all you needed to know. And it was very well played game by the Titans. I'll give them that. That's all I got for this one, though. Let's get right to the keys of game grade for both teams. And for the Titans, obviously, it's 20 plus Derrick Henry touches. Yup, Ryan Tannehill needs 2 plus 4 Derrick completions. I actually don't think he had any incompletions. Robert Woods, 10 was targets, 120 plus yards, touchdown. He didn't get the ball up, but I think it was just one of those games where you're just like, you block, put your head down, and get the job done. I think that's what they did. Offensively, obviously they fell asleep in the second half. I'll give them a plus, though, because, again, they got the job done when they needed to. Again, they didn't score the second half, though, so you got to remember that. But offensively, they actually looked better than even better than they did 2 weeks ago against the Raiders. But obviously, if you're a Titans fan, you got to be a little concerned they haven't scored in the second half in the last 2 weeks. But I think they played well enough in the first half to win that game. 50 points pressures for this defense, though. I don't think they got that. 3 points sacked, they definitely got that. They got 3. 150 points allowed, nope. But defensively, hats off to them. I got them 5 points. They shut down the best running back in the NFL. In terms of production last year, that's not an easy task whatsoever. They were more physical. They just were better, being completely honest. You control the run runs. I gotta admit, they fit it really well as well. Titans defense, hats off to you. Yeah, you gave 350 plus passing yards, but you shut down the best runner in the league. It's hard for the Colts to win games when they don't have him going. Let's get to the Colts. Now for the Colts offense, the stretch run through the C gap needs to be utilized more behind Quinn and Nelson. They didn't get that going, really, because they couldn't. Same red zone approaches last week, gave the big guys in space. Yup, they were actually pretty in the red zone, but 3 turnovers, all that in mind. Couldn't get it done with Jonathan Taylor. I got minus. If you get Matt Ryan gets over 350 yards, all he wants, but you're not going to win games if you turn over the ball like that, and your best player isn't producing. Well, sometimes you can get that done, but that's like a 1 out of every 10 times, and they turned over the ball too much. Yeah, 350 yards, those a lot of inflated yards, being completely honest with you. But Matt Ryan didn't play terrible. He played pretty well, but I got 3 turnovers. You just can't win many games. Colts defense just stacked the box. Yeah, second half they actually played pretty well. They controlled the game. I'll give them an underscore. I think they played pretty well, but again, you can't give up 24 points in the first half and expect to win. But I don't think they played bad. I think they played good enough to win in the second half as well. First half, obviously they get 24 points, but their offense was not good as well. They did not put them in any good situations. They hung in there. Don't got it for this one, though. Let's get to the next one. This game was pretty wild, to say the least.
Welcome to the Meadowlands, Week 4 of the NFL season, and 2 of the oldest franchises in the league, the Chicago Bears.
It's moving that quarterback off the spot, getting a hit when you can.
Michael Badgley, who was signed 24 hours ago.
But now there is nobody there.
Play action again. More good ball handling from Jones. Room to run. There goes Daniel Jones. Touchdown Giants. He's going to throw here. Much more aggressive to begin. A deep ball for Mooney. Oh, what a shot. Perfectly thrown. 6 yards for Dallas on Monday. Couple drives, couple field goals for Barkley with a gaping hole, and Saquon Barkley is into Bears territory. Jones will dump it off for Barkley, who gets away from Morrow, tries to make it a highlight, gets a block from Jones, first down, Saquon. Action, room to roam again, an easy trot into the end zone for Jones. Second rushing score of the day. A shot from the 30. Ball comes out, and the Bears say that they have it, then it's squirted free. He's the money badger again. He's 3 for 3. Wright tried out a few kickers this weekend, and Michael Badgley has gone 4 for 4. 44-yarder. And he is 8 of 9 this year. It's on the ground for the Giants today. With a flag down, here's a shot into double coverage. Eddie Jackson picks it. Gano's got it again. Wow. Like that. Drives Velus Jones back inside the 35. He lost it. It's loose. And the Giants got it.
And yep, the Giants are 3-1, and I'm kind of ticked off about it. You'll see in another video. I'll put it that way. Yeah, the Giants are 3-1 though. They've set themselves up for success as they have to go into London next week. I'll just put it as simple as that. But yeah, 2012 win over the Bears, who are 2-2. They're obviously a better team than the Bears, in my opinion. I've said that multiple times. But the Giants are out just freaking flat out winning games right now. That's all you really need to know about them. Justin Fields was pretty inconsistent, but he was a lot better than he was the past 2 weeks. 11 of 22, 174 yards. A lot better. He had a bomb play. That was really his only big, good throw. That was really it. Khalil Herbert wasn't very efficient, but he got it done. Tristan Ebner, one good run, and then he just could not get to the end because he's a Tristan Ebner He's an edge runner. That's all I'll put him. He's not a between the tackles guy. Darnell Mooney, 4 for 94, that one big catch. That's really it. No consistency in this past game. But again, Justin Fields didn't turn over, so I guess that's all you need to know. But they couldn't score in the red zone for their life either, because none of these receivers can really create much separation. Even Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet, who I think are their best receivers, obviously couldn't do that because they're getting doubled or they're just flat out not getting open. Roquan Smith was a beast. I mean, he was fantastic. I don't know what else to say. Like, Saquon, some of those runs he had, like, you can't really do much about it. Eddie Jackson was, again, fantastic as well. He wasn't in the box enough, though, because he is a good tackler. Jaquan Brisker had a sack and 4 tackles. Oh, and if you want to know why I think Eddie Jackson's good now, is because he's playing like a top 5 safety right now. That's just how it is. Jaquan Brisker, though, yeah, he had a big sack, but he missed so many run lanes. As that strong guy, he just did not play well enough. Nicholas Moreau missed so many run lanes. He's got to help out Roquan Smith. He didn't. That's a big problem. Kyler Gordon played pretty well. Got to admit that there. Other than that, though, the rest of this defense didn't get enough penetration. I mean, Jalen Johnson was, like, on 1 foot as well. They were taking advantage of if you're the Giants fans as well. Velus Jones should get cut. He had a big muff punt. He sucks. Giants, I mean, Daniel Jones didn't throw the ball out. He got hurt. So, basically, Tyrod Taylor threw a terrible deep ball. Well, it wasn't a terrible pass. It was just a really dumb throw. Basically, an arm punt. And then he gets absolutely clobbered and he's out of the game after Daniel Jones, like, sprained his ankle. So they're kind of screwed at quarterback right now. It's really just a huge mess, being completely honest with you. But, yeah, Saquon was the quarterback for a little while, and he was really good. I think 31 carries was a little too much, but he ran the ball really well. Matt Breida probably should have got him more carries, but he ran the ball. Garrett Brightwell got 1 carry, and he just got absolutely stuffed. Probably why I took him out. Daniel Jones had really, as you can see in the highlights, 2 really impressive touchdowns. Daniel Bellinger, I mean, he was their leading receiver. That's not great, but whatever. I mean, none of these guys really did a lot, but I guess he got it done. Defensively, Tate Crowder had a really good game. Jalen Smith, I mean, I forgot he was on the Giants, being completely honest with you. Jahad Ward, again, was a beast, though. Dexter Lawrence was a monster. Azeez Ojulari, going back to the outside, was really good. Kayvon Thibodeau, I guess. I didn't get to watch a lot of him, though. I'm kind of surprised he didn't do him. Xavier McKinney, yeah, he had a tackle, but, like, again, did not have to do a lot. And other than that, I mean, defense, that's really all I'd say. Graham Gano shanked the kick at the end, but that was really it. That's all I have for this one, though. Let's get right to the keys to the game recap. Or grade. Cleveland's Bears offense continue to pound the rock, but Justin Fields needs to actually be consistent through the air. 175 plus yards, close to that, 0 turnovers, 65 points per completion. He wasn't consistent, but he didn't turn it over. That's all I got to say. Offensively, I'll give them a minus. I actually didn't think they played super bad. They were actually able to move the football. The problem with the Bears is they can't score in the red zone because their quarterback is not accurate whatsoever. Because his footwork is absolute crap, and again, he just isn't accurate. That's all I gotta say there. And yeah, you can try to run it, but that just doesn't work. And they have no receivers who can get open like that. Well, Bears defense. Splits 50% of the players and really focus on Saquon as he's really in the receiving game. I don't think they need to throw the ball because, again, but for some reason, they can't stop Saquon. That's just really how it is. He had his only low 100-yard game last year, and he had another one this year. So, defensively, I don't think they played actually that bad, but I'll give them a minus because, again, they just did not play good enough to win. Let's get to the Giants. Giants out 20 plus Saquon touches. Yup, and screens in the first quarter. They did a lot of that. How about Evan Neal, every long passing game? They didn't really have a lot of that. Offensively, I'll give them a plus. They played pretty well, but again, I mean, against better defenses, they're going to have to throw the football, but they can just avoid it by running it like 50 times. Giants defense will bounce Azeez Ojulari outside and actually get edge pressure on Justin Fields. Yup. Other than the fact they couldn't really contain him, I think they played really well. Of course, they gave that one big play. I'll give them 3 pluses, though, because, again, they hunkered down in the red zone. Of course, they gave yards to them, but let's be honest, this Giants defense isn't super talented. They got it done, though. Again, if you can get it done and get the job done, you're going to win a lot of games. But I think they played more than well enough to win that. Good job, Giants defense. That's what all I have for this one. Let's get to a really weird, high-scoring, crazy game.
The high-scoring Lions hit the field at Ford Field.
Smith goes the other way for the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's Will Dissly. Tyler Lockett on the return. Ball's out, and the Lions have it. Fake to Jamal Williams. Time for Goff for the end zone. Hawkinson, touchdown Lions. Yard connection, the extra point. Again, Eberle misses. Smith will keep. Big hole in the middle. Geno Smith runs it in for a Seahawks touchdown. From 49 yards away. Got it. Myers' kick is up there. It's out there. And
Not having
Ball comes out at the 46-yard line. Khalif Raymond caught it for Metcalf, who's open. DK Metcalf trying to put a move on. And Metcalf down inside the 2-yard line. Noah Fan, touchdown Seahawks. And that's going to be a touchdown Lions. Well, the defense has been physical as Goff has been sharp, but this is intercepted by Tariq Woolen, and he's going to take it back inside for a Seahawk touchdown. Williams with a big hole. Jamal Williams, can he take it to the house? Yes, he can. Touchdown Lions. He's straight ahead. Rashad Penny is going to take it in for a Seahawk touchdown. It's history now. The completion to Hockenson, who slips a tackle, and he's going to get a first down. And he stayed in bounds. They did not rule him out. Hockenson inside the fake to him. Goff throws, end zone, flag down, catch made, touchdown Lions. Throws, they got it. Catch made. Who else? Hockenson. Smith. Open as Lockett.
Oh yeah, Seahawks won 48-45. This is crazy. Yeah, the Seahawks 2-2 now. They're 2-2. They're like actually not super terrible. Lions have the worst defense in the NFL statistically. I think they have the best offense too. So that's pretty crazy. The Lions, no offense to them, if they're gonna win any games, it's gonna have to be because their defense is better. But they played awesome offensively. I don't know what else to say. Lions are now 1-3 though after putting up 36 in a great win against the Commanders. They've had back-to-back frustrating losses. Gino was perfect. 23, 33, 22 touchdowns. Really, there's nothing else to say. He missed no throws. Like, great. Rashad Penny, I mean, I don't know what it is with him, but he has, I don't know what else to say. He's a beast. 17 for 151 and 2 touchdowns. And Geno Smith ran for a touchdown as well. Kenneth Walker is not efficient for whatever reason. I just think Rashad Penny is just so fresh. I don't know what it is. DK, huge game, 7 for 149. Taylor Lockett, 6 for 91. He was really good. Will Disley had a really nice touchdown. I don't know what it is with Noah Fant, but again, he just had a touchdown. Colby Parkinson is their number 2 tight end. I don't know why Noah Fant isn't getting more targets, but again, he had a touchdown. So I'm talking so fast, but Jordan Brooks was bad. Like, he was just really bad. Quandre Diggs, yeah, he gave some big plays, but, I mean, you think of, long bombs. Cody Barton in the red zone was not good. That was really it. Charlie Glone is the difference in this game. Yeah, he kind of sucked, but he had a pick 6, so that's the difference of the game. He played well enough to win. But I'm off today. 3 tackles, didn't get any pressure. Chuchena Walsh, yeah, he had a sack, but that was really it. Jason Myers shanked the field goal as well. Lions side, Jared Goff was fantastic. Other than the pick 6, he was perfect. 26 of 39, 378, 4 touchdowns, interception. Really good. They ran the ball super well as well. That's really about it for this. But TJ Hockenson half top didn't wait for 179, 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen 7 for 81, a touchdown. Everyone stepped up. Defensively, it was an absolute catastrophe. I don't know what else to say. They didn't get any pressure. Jeff Okudah looked like burnt toast. Amani Oruwariye looked like burnt toast. Their whole defense sucked. Aiden Hutchinson didn't get any pressure. Charles Harris was awful. Deshaun Elliott, I don't know what else to say, but I really don't know what to say there. Malcolm Rodriguez has some actually decent plays, but he did not play well. Lions defense was absolute crap. Yardage, over 1,000 total, 555 to 520. That's crazy. They ran for 235 yards as well. Yards per play obviously went to Seahawks because they're a lot more explosive. Time possession went to them as well. They had 2 turnovers. They only had 1. That could be a little bit of an issue, but I really think it was an evenly matched game. I just think, 4th down as well went to the Seahawks, but yeah, the Lions defense is really bad. And for the Seahawks offense, don't be stupid. Get the ball to Rashad Penny 15+ times. I honestly will give him 10 pluses. You don't play any much better offense than that. You really can't. There's just not much better. Seahawks defense under 25 minutes in the field and man-to-man on receivers. They got burned, absolutely a lot. But they had a pick 6. So they didn't play the worst possible game you can, but I'll give them 5 minuses. You can't get all 45 points. That's really all you get. But when your offense has a historic game, which they did, let's be honest, they were historically good that game. There's really nothing else to say. Just insane. It's hard to lose games like that, but their defense played really bad. Let's get back to the Lions, though. And for the Lions offense, TJ Chark for 10+ targets. No. Jamal Williams, 20+ carries. I don't think he got that. Have Jared Goff roll on 3rd down and off the run. Offensive, I'll give him 5 pluses. The reason I'm not giving him 7 or 10 is because, again, they weren't historically good. Or, Jared Goff threw a pick 6 as well. But they played good in catch-up mode. That's really all I got there. Lions defense just don't blow it like last week. They blew it really big time. I don't think it was a historically bad game, but again, they sucked. I think the Seahawks offense was just really, really good. I don't think it was all on the Lions, but their defense sucked. They were awful. You want to win the games, Lions, your defense has to be so much more better than it has been. That's all I got there. Let's get to the first national game recap. Commanders and Cowboys. Cue those highlights.
Here in Arlington, it's an old school NFC East matchup with Dallas hosting Washington. Can't find it. Elliott's wide open. He's going to walk to a first down and more. That's Elliott turning it on into Washington. The opening drive. And he draws it in. Lofting corner of the end zone, caught for the touchdown. Looking, throwing, end zone, it's caught by Gallup. Touchdown, Dallas. The ACL, and the extra point is blocked, and it's sitting out there. It's going to be returned for a 2. Washington is going to be taken down. One timeout left, can go anywhere. Wentz decides to go for it all, going deep, and it's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs. Big fullback with Farniok, rushes all day, loading up, going deep for Brown. He's got it. Inside the 20. And the kick is booted right through. But the Washington D escapes. Looking, throwing. He's got a man. It is caught. Kick is up and it is good. Pressure on the rush. 5 touchdown. Third down. Here comes the pressure. Wentz over the middle. And it's intercepted again. He's got 4 field goals today. He's been on the money.
And this one, the Commanders, they're now 1-3. They've lost 3 in a row. Cowboys are not 3-1. They've won 3 in a row. 25-10 win for them. Cowboys looking really good. I'm kind of pissed off. You'll see in the next video, whatever. They play the Rams next week in a really, really big game. But yeah, the Cowboys, they're looking really good. They're really hot. They're playing really well. They blew the doors. They were just better than the Commanders. Carson Wentz struggled. 2 interceptions. One of them was like a desperation throw. The other was just a horrible pass. 25-42, 170 touchdown, 2 interceptions. They weren't getting anything deep. Jonathan Williams should have got 10 more carries than Antonio Gibson because he cannot find holes for his life. Same thing with J.D. McKissick. He should have got more carries. John Dotson, he had a couple of big catches, but he dropped a lot of passes. Curtis Samuel had 1 good catch. That's really it. I don't think Logan Thomas got the ball enough, and Terry McLaurin got absolutely clamped. Jonathan Allen, yes, he actually played. He probably the only guy in this defense who I really have much to say about. I don't think they actually played super bad. In coverage, they were pretty good, but just in the red zone, I mean, William Jackson just didn't get it done. And off the edge, James Smith-Williams, not there yet, and Montez Sweat is just getting triple teamed. Cowboys, Cooper Rush was pretty good, 15-27, 223, 2 touchdowns. They didn't run the ball well whatsoever, though. That's all one compliment I'll give for the Commanders, though. Receiving-wise, CD 97 touchdown, he was really good. Noah Brown had some big catches. They just gave him too many big plays. They got a lot of big plays as well for them. Devon Wilson, whatever. I guess he had 8 tackles. Malik Hooker played well, though. LVE played well again. Michael Parsons, yeah, he only had 4 tackles, but very good pass coverage. Anthony Barr and Darren Bland actually got some plays. He had picked as well. But Donnie Waller Jr., incredible sack. Neville Gallimore had a sack as well. And Trayvon Diggs had a really nice interception. Stats-wise, I mean, it was pretty even, but yeah, it was pretty even. And then when it comes to first downs, obviously pretty even. Third down was really even. The only difference, again, the turnovers. 2 picks thrown by Carson Wentz. That was really just the difference. Other than that, it was pretty even. I guess big plays were there as well in time of possession. But yeah, Commanders, you got to score more than 10 points. That's all I got to say there. Let's get right to the keys to the game grade. For the Cowboys, Commanders offense, 150 plus rushing yards, no. 37 plus minutes, no. 30 plus points, no. Offensively, I'll give them 3 minuses because, yeah, they moved the football, but they just 2 bad turnovers and 2 drive-killing sacks, and Carson Wentz was not good. You're not going to win games that way. Commanders defense, no big plays. They gave up big plays. That's the reason they lost. I actually think they played good enough to win. I'll give them an underscore, but, man, they've got to they cannot give up those big plays. They don't give those up, they probably win the game. No, I'm joking. They're not going to win those games. Let's get to the Cowboys. Okay, Cowboys offense 60% efficiency on third down. No, run the ball, keep rolling. No, it just didn't roll whatsoever. It's because the offensive line struggled against 3-tech, especially, who is it? Wasn't Zach Martin. Zach Martin played pretty well. He didn't play great, though. It was the other tackle. Who the heck is it? Tyler Biadasz? Who's their other tackle? I mean, guard. I just remember them, right? Connor McGovern. Connor McGovern struggled, like, a lot. They needed him to be playing well. He did. Momentum is on your side. They did do that. Offensively, I think they played pretty well. I'll give them a plus, but nothing really special. They did enough to win. Just don't give them 400 rushing yards for the defense. Yeah, the Cowboys played really well defensively. I'll give them 3 pluses. They didn't play perfect. They gave them some rushing. They gave them some yardage, but again, they came through in the red zone, and that's really all you needed. They got 2 turnovers. Pretty boring game. No offense to either team. This is really boring. Let's get to the other doubleheader game though at 1 o'clock. Bills and Ravens. This one, Bills fans, you gotta be happy, but Ravens fans a little ticked off.
It's week 4 of the NFL on CBS. We come to you live from Baltimore, Maryland. The opening kickoff between the Bills and the Ravens is next. Nickel package here for the Ravens. Allen, protection holds up, he throws, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Humphrey. Shovel, up the middle, contact, and it gets in. J.K. Dobbins extending. For accurate during his 3-year career in the NFL. This is a 38-yarder, and it's good.
Turning anything down.
On a hit. Dobbins, he's got a running lane. Touchdown.
They bounce off your chest.
Running play, Singletary stripped to the ball, and the Ravens pounce. 2-yarder. Dealing with the conditions, not a problem. Marshall Yonda. Jackson somehow upright and throws it downfield. The bobble caught. A wild play. Gonna crack at this. The 51-yarder. Here's the bobble. Hooks a pass. Catches made. Touchdown. And make this a 1-score game. And Bass knocks it through. Allen circles, sideline. Allen is in, touchdown! Smith, Ravens first down, pumped up in the air off the pass from Jackson. Ravens go for it on 4th and goal. Jackson fading, Jackson throws, intercepted! Tyler Bass. The kick is good, and it's a game winner.
And oh yeah, the Bills, they're now 3-1. 23-20, 17-point comeback win over the Ravens. They're not 2-2. Frustrating loss for the Ravens, but hats off, Bills again. You got it done. I don't know what else to say. Josh Allen was bad through the air. That's just what it was. But came through on the ground. It was an offensive ball game. It was crappy weather. Threw a bad interception to start the game, but bounced back. Stephon Diggs was not good. That's what I'll put it. I didn't like, oh, you could have said he got the ball more. No, he did not play that well. Missed a lot of the routes, I'll be completely honest. If you could have ran better routes, option routes for sure. But I wouldn't say he played terrible. I'm not going to butcher him. He had 4 catches for 62 yards. That led the team. Devin Singletary, some really clutch catches. Dawson Knox didn't do a lot, but again, he had 3 catches for 40 yards. Khalil Shakir had a really nice first down. Isaiah McKenzie, of course, had that big touchdown as well. Gabe Davis had 1 catch. Same thing with Jamison Crowder. Matt Milano, he played really well. Jordan Poyer had the game of his career, 2 interceptions. DeMar Hamlin and Tremaine Edmonds were really good. Greg Rousseau, hats off to him. He had a big half sack. Von Miller had a sack as well. Defensively, they got the job done in the second half. First half, obviously, were a little weak, but they weren't bad. They're pretty good. Ravens, Lamar just no. 2 bad interceptions. Bad play calling as well. Just bad. J.K. Dobbins was not efficient, but he had 2 touchdowns. Good for him. Devin Duvernay, 4 catches for 51 yards. Mark Andrews got clamped. Odafe Away, 6 tackles and a sack. I mean, he danced with Josh Allen, but, like, he didn't really bring him down. Patrick Queen, 4 tackles, missed a lot of plays. He's just not fast enough. Chuck Clark actually was pretty good in coverage in the running game, though. Could have been better. Brandon Stevens had 3 tackles. JPP and Marcus Williams also had 3 tackles. Marcus Peters had a tackle. I'll talk about Marlon Humphrey. He got burned like 3 times, and Josh Allen didn't throw it for whatever reason. But he had a tackle and an interception as well. Stats-wise, it was pretty even again. I mean, more passing yards, obviously, for the Bills. Third down efficiency, I mean, it kind of towards the Ravens. Time possession was dominated by the Ravens as well. They took their good old time. That's also because they were winning for most of it. But obviously the Bills just much better in the red zone in the second half. That's what the reason they won it. And the Bills defense really just, they won the marathon. I'll put it that way. That's what I got for this one, though. Let's get right to keys to game grade for both teams. For the Bills offense, run the ball at least 20 times. I think they got that done. Takes 10 plus targets. Conditions, not really. Take some shots early, yup, and have Josh Allen run some design boots. Oh, perfect. If I'm a Bills fan, second half offense was really good. They weren't great. I got to just give them a plus. It was pretty ugly, but again, an ugly win's better than an ugly loss. Bills defense, 4-man pressure. Yup. Run fit, focus on 7 tech end rushers. They did not do that. I don't know why. It actually would have kind of tilted into the run game as well. But I guess they got it done. Defensively, I'll give them a. I can't give them 3 plus. I'll give them a plus. I'll give them 3 pluses because they didn't come through in the red zone. But in the first half, they could not get off the field. But in the second half, they kind of won the marathon. Like I said before, when you can win the marathon, it's hard to. It's easier to win games. And obviously, the Bills defense did that, and they really came through in the end. That's what you got there. Let's get to the Ravens. So the issue with the Ravens is they didn't get 35 points, but if they scored 2 touchdowns in there, they would have won this game by at least 2 scores again, because this Bills offense was not moving the ball well. Just momentum switched in the Ravens offense. They got to kick a field goal there. That's all I got to say. They got it, because right now the best quarterback in the NFL is Josh Allen. This very moment, maybe not. It's debatable, but like Josh Allen's gonna lead. Like taking someone, he led that game-winning drive. That's what he got there. But Ravens offense, like again, self-implosion. Just not good enough. I don't think they played so bad that I'll give them 3 minuses, but they didn't play good. They did not play well. Ravens defense play shell coverage on 100% of the downs. I think they did that. Have JPP run stunts with Calais Campbell. Didn't get that going. That was just like a wish thing. Wasn't expecting that. Ravens defense though, I gotta give them a little bit of a break. They weren't horrible, but like they gotta contain Josh Allen. Like, well, you can't do everything. So I'll give them an underscore. I think they played okay again. Let's get to the next one, though, because that game, yeah, was pretty crazy. But, again, a little bit boring times. It's a really good game, though. Cardinals and Panthers, cue those highlights.
Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers getting set to host Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals must get to the 37 for a first down. Murray throws, picked off by Luvu. Frankie Luvu down the sideline. Peter, who for several years held the NFL record with a 64-yard field goal from 33. Prater puts the Cardinals. Panthers must get to the 37, and they will not. Deflected, picked off. Down. Paniero's kick is right down the middle. Down. Looking end zone, he throws. Touchdown. 2nd and 5. Murray takes off. And he's inside of the first play run by the Panthers since 7:09 mark of the 3rd quarter. Another batted ball, and it's intercepted by Dennis Garden. Murray running behind Connor. He is in for a Cardinals touchdown.
To a third-string quarterback.
And now Murray to the end zone. Brown, touchdown. Mayfield's pass complete. McCaffrey, nice move. First down and more across midfield, still going.
You can stop the clock.
3rd and 7 to the end zone. McCaffrey, touchdown. Onside kick, recovered by the Cardinals.
And in this one, the Cardinals got a bounce back 26-16 win over the Panthers. They're not 2-2. Panthers fall to 1-3. Yeah, the Panthers are really bad. They're not a good team. Cardinals, they didn't play super well, but they got it done. Kyler Murray, big bounce game, 23-32, 207 receptions, interception, of course, pick 6. That tells you something. The Panthers offense is really bad. They didn't really run the ball, but Benjamin had a couple of big runs. Kyler had a touchdown run as well. Offensively, it was kind of like a mixed bag in terms of the running game, but Marcus Brown, 6 for 88, touchdown, big game for him. Zach Ertz, still very serviceable, 6 for 47, touchdown. Trey McBride needs more targets. Ronald Moore, pretty serviceable, again, yeah, only 3 catches, but kind of big first down. Xavier Collins was really good against Baker Mayfield, making him not just baiting, he wasn't baiting him my bad. Baker Mayfield didn't manipulate him whatsoever. Zach Allen had a nice sack. Dennis Gardick, 2 tackles, sack, interception, like, really good game. Jalen Tapp's a big interception as well. Defensively, they played really well. Don't need to say much more. They got it done. Matt Prater again, really good kicker right now. Panthers side, I mean, Baker Mayfield was really bad. 22-36, 197 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He was worse than this. Baker, I don't know what it is. He just cannot hit the outside receivers. I don't know what it is. Not like outside receiver, my bad. Hit those outside the numbers throws right now. He's just not doing it. And they couldn't run the ball as well. Not good there. Christian McCaffrey read them receiving yards, 9 for 81, had a nice touchdown, but like, DJ Moore, yeah, he had 6 targets, 50 yards, but he's got to get downfield. Robbie Anderson needed to get more, he has to get a deep ball thrown to him. Didn't get it. Frankie Louvu, good game, 6 tackles, interception. He's, like, literally the only guy in this defense making any plays. Yeah, Brian Burns had his annual sack, but no one on this defense really stepped up, and they were not good in the red zone either. Yeah, they just were not. J.C. Horn got mossed. Dante Jackson, he's okay, like, doesn't do enough. C.J. Henderson, like, good in the slot, but this is not a fun team to watch. And we go to the stats. It was Cardinals really, I wouldn't say they dominated. They dominated the run game, though. They dominated a ton of the time possession. Turnovers, they dominated. It was a lot of domination by them, but it was a pretty ugly game as well, but the Cardinals 26-16 win. I think the score justifies itself. The Panthers did not play well. Cardinals played well enough to win. I'll be honest, coming to this game, I think the Panthers had no shot at winning, at least offensively. They did not. That's all you need to know. They did not win. They had 9 points, but I'll give them some credit. They were able to move the football and score a touchdown. That doesn't deserve a 5, 7, or 10, but they were not good. Panthers defense contained Kyler, I guess so. Fit their shotgun run game, kind of. Play 5 yards off on second down to limit the effectiveness of the alert routes. No. They played really aggressive, which isn't always awful, but they didn't get it done, being quite honest with you. I don't think they played well enough to win. I'll got to give them, a minus. Because if they're just better in the red zone, yeah, I know they got to play at a much higher standard than a lot of other defenses to win games. But it's what you get with the Panthers. That's just how they're going to win games. It's going to have to be their defense. But obviously, when their offense sucks, their defense isn't going to play well either. That's kind of what you got there. Let's get to another. It was actually a pretty good game, but yeah. Hats off to the Raiders again. So let's cue those highlights. And for this Cardinals offense, I said run the ball 10 plus times in the first half. Maybe, I don't know. And score 2 plus touchdowns in the red zone. They did get that done, though. Offensively, I think it was a pretty good bounce back game. I'll give them a plus. I don't think again, the pick 6 was not good. Against a better offense, they would have lost this game. But they were efficient in the red zone. They were able to move the football somewhat well. Overall, the Cardinals offense played pretty well. Cardinals defense forced Baker Mayfield to throw it downfield. Yup, he did not. Take advantage of the CMC not being 100%. They definitely took advantage of that. He did not have the same burst, but he still got it done. Good job, CMC, like being hurt and all that. But honestly, Cardinals defense, I'll give you 3 pluses. He got it done. Really good in the run game, where obviously it's not your strength. And as well as that, Baker sucked, so that's what you get there. Let's get to the Panthers.
The National Football League. Today, it's the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders.
He's never missed in this building. For the lead early on, he got it 3-0 Vegas. Bowles the block. Rush to the end zone. Caught. Sutton. Touchdown. Jacobs. Here he goes. Plowing into the end zone. Touchdown. Going deep. He's got Judy inside the 15.
The Judy put him in position.
From 28, perfect to tie the game at 10. Melvin Gordon. Oh, he fumbled again! He fumbled again! Robertson's got it! And he's got an entourage! By midfield! Got a block by Hobbs! And there he goes! Wilson! Judy! Touchdown! What a throw!
I loved it as a quarterback because it was on my shoulders to pick which one was open.
Oh my goodness! Drills it. First and 10. And the swerving Jacobs gets away. They can't bring him down, even by holding on to his jersey. And a foot race into the second. Sig with the snap. And 3 more up there. It's attack on 3 more, and he does. Gordon the back, 2nd and 7. Russ going deep. Oh, and he's got him. He's got him at the 5. Put him at the 3. Russ diving. Touchdown. A rookie out of Georgia. Hand off. Jacobs slips into the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, they just dropped the safety down in there.
Wilson and dropped.
And in this one, the Raiders, they got their first win of the season. They're now 1-3, 32-23 win over the Broncos, who were obviously maybe not as offensively challenged as they thought they would be. But yeah, now they're 2-2. Broncos, honestly, actually was pretty good game for them. I'm not even kidding. It's like I actually more confident about. That sounds crazy. I'm more confident about them now than they were last week. Russ really game though, 17-25, 2 touchdowns. Got sacked a little too much though. They did not run the ball for their life. Oh yeah. If you didn't know, I am not feeling better about them because if you didn't know, Javonte Williams tore his ACL in this game. That is not good. I'll put it like that. He's out for the rest of the season. Melvin Gordon is your backfield. You cannot fumble, and it just cannot happen. KJ Hamler caught a really beautiful throw by Russell Wilson. 55-yard bomb. Jerry Jeudy had a nice catch. Didn't do a lot other than that, though. Corns had a really nice touchdown as well. Ken Allen also had a big catch. Defensively, Josie Jewell pretty involved. All I know from him, Patrick had 6 tackles, Jonas Griffith had 5 tackles, Chris Jenkins had 5 tackles, Caden Stearns had 5 tackles, Kalen Williams had 5 tackles and a sack. TJ Jones had a sack. It's really hard for this defense, though. Over on the Raiders side, Derek Carr, not great, but he didn't turn over, 21-34, 188. Josh Jacobs was a bowling ball, 21-44, 2 touchdowns. Ran the ball really well. Jameer White was actually pretty good as well, just his 2 carries. Devontae Adams, 9 for 101, got it done. Matt Collins, maybe a little too many targets, but 3 for 33. Like, I kind of expected that as well. Tons of Merriman only had 4 tackles, but got it done. Max Crosby, beast game, 2 sacks. Nate Hobbs had a nice sack. Yeah, only 3 sacks. It really seemed like more than that, but they were pretty big sacks as well. So that's really it for this one. But obviously, stats went to the Raiders' way pretty much, especially in the running game. Time of possession as well. Turnovers, yeah, they only went. Oh yeah, this game was decided by a fumble 6 by who was it? I think it wasn't Nate Hobbs. Who was it? Amik Robertson. He had a fumble 6, or a scoop and score, so good for him. Yeah, that's really the difference in this one, though, guys. Let's get right to the keys to the game. Great, though. For Denver, continue to run the ball on first down and second down, 20-plus points. They tried to. They couldn't run the ball well. They did score 20-plus points, though. Fumble 6 was the difference in this game. I go minus. I actually think they played pretty well. Again, they played a lot better than they had the whole season, a lot more inspiring, but loss of Javonte Williams was not great. Broncos defense, just do whatever you did the last 2 weeks. They didn't. They tried to do something more stupid and fancy. They got burned. They could not stop the run. Defensively, I got to give them 3 minuses. They didn't get it done. A lot of momentum was on the Raiders side. They could do a lot of what they want. Limited pass game, but it's hard to beat a team when you cannot stop the run. For the Raiders offense, build off the good fourth quarter and have Matt Collins line up outside of 70% of passing plays. He might have, but obviously passing-wise, they played pretty well. Honestly, I'll give them, they ran the ball really well. Yeah, they did build off a good quarter, though. 3 pluses. Honestly, they could have been better in pass game, and they actually should have been better in the run game, but they played really well offensively. Raiders defense don't get behind early and outscore the Broncos defense. They definitely did that. They got it done. I'm not giving them a 5 plus. They did get big plays, but they played well enough to win. Good game for the Raiders. Broncos just unfortunate and defensively couldn't stop the run. Let's get to a crazy game that I did not expect to be like it. It was a national game. Let's get right to the recap for this one.
Storied Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, the national game of the week coming up here on this doubleheader day on CBS. Inside of 50, and this one from 37 extends the streak. Here's first down, and look at the run by the rookie Watson for the touchdown.
Wide, and these 4 guys just attack downhill.
Oh, they attack indeed, and they take him down out of field goal range back at the 46. It is at 22. Rodgers. He's picked! And this is going to the house! Jack Jones with the pick 6. Down the field it goes. Diving catch! Down way to the end zone and a touchdown. Here's the pass by Zappi. Open man at the 10 and strutting in for the touchdown is Devontae Parker. Touchdown on this drive. Really easy. That save, taking them off the field and holding them to 3 as the kick is good. Goal. Nice cutback to the end zone. Touchdown, New England. His back foot, he flings it, and the man is there. It's Cobb.
Both quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah. There's Rodgers. Quickly gets rid of it. It's caught. It's a touchdown. 8 for the first. Rodgers is going for it all. It's Dobbs with the catch. Oh, the ball came out. The ball came out. For the
Oh, yep. Patriots 27-24, heartbreaking loss in overtime to the Packers. Packers didn't play ugly win. Ugly win. They're not scoring 1. Patriots won 1-3. Tough loss for you guys. Bailey Zappi's stepping in for Brian Hoyer. They concussed Brian Hoyer. I don't know. If Mac Jones can come back, that would be good. But, I mean, Bailey Zappi, when he's on the field, he didn't have any deep passes. 10-15, 99 yards, touchdown, but got it done. Overall, David Harris ran the ball really well. Same thing with Reminder Stevenson. They had a pretty good game offensively. They just didn't get any big plays. Devontae Parker got a nice touchdown as well. Defensively, they got it done really well. Obviously, Jack Jones play of the game, pick 6 off Aaron Rodgers. There's only 3 other guys in the world who can say that ever. Actually, Matt Judon sack. Other than that, I mean, yeah, Adrian Phillips, Devin McCourty 6 tackles. Joel Antoni 5 tackles. Good game for him. I didn't think anyone in this defense had a standout game other than Jack Jones, but they all played well enough to win. That's really what you got there. Packers defense offensively, I mean, other than pick 6 Aaron Rodgers throw, he was on point. 20-35, 251, 2 touchdowns, interception. Aaron Jones 16 for 110. They can run the ball at will, it seems like. Christian Watson had a nice jet sweep touchdown as well. Al Lazard, big game, 6 for 116. Romeo Doubs came through in the end. Of course, he dropped a touchdown as well, but 40-yard bomb. But 547 touchdown. Robert Tannehill also had a touchdown catch. Offensively, they weren't great, but they won. Defensively, they were really all over the place. That's just my opinion on this. But Rashawn Gary was a beast. Ron Reed on a sack. And Parsons Smith, Dean Lard come on for a sack as well. Mason Crosby was the game winner. Darnell Savage and Adrian Amos didn't do a lot, but they didn't really have to. So Rasul Douglas played well. Jonathan Ford, who the heck is this dude? No offense, I don't know who the heck this guy is. 6th round pick in 2017. Don't know who the frick this guy is. Whatever. 6 tackles for both him and Devondre Campbell. Eric Stokes had 5 tackles. Quay Walker had 4 tackles. Drilling on after this one, though, of course, we'll look at the stats. Packers outgained them by a lot. Everything. Third down efficiency did go there. They actually let more turnovers, but time possession also went there. Obviously, the Packers were a better team, but the Patriots kept it close. That's really got to say about this one. And for this Patriots offense, crap on the D-line of the Packers with 50-plus runs for over 300 yards. Not that extreme, but they ran the ball pretty well, so I'll give them a plus. And they didn't turn it over, of course. Crazy situation, but they got it done. And obviously, Patriots defense figured out a way to stop the run against Packers in exotic under center formations and play up to prevent RPOs to Romeo Doubs. They played off the whole game, and it burned them for a couple plays, but really overall came out to them. I'm going to give them 3 pluses due to the fact that they really helped out their offense. And that pick 6, that was the momentum swing. They don't get that play, they get blown out. I'm not even joking. But great play by that Patriots defense. Let's get to the Packers. Packers on 6 shots off play action. I think so. 10-plus targets. Romeo Doubs with 3 big 20-plus yard air passes. I think one of them was. They got the ball to A.J. Dillon even more. Now, offensively, it was an ugly game. I'll give them an underscore. Yeah, they were able to move the football, but that's expected against the Patriots defense with how bad with how short-handed that offense is of the Patriots. But again, I don't think it was a great game by them. They ran the ball well, but obviously they got to throw the ball better if they want to win a lot of games. Packers defense 2 plus turnovers, you get 2 plus wins. I don't think they played aggressive enough. I'll give them a plus though, because again, they weren't bad as well. They were actually pretty good, but I think they played better than their offense, but again, they weren't great. That's what I got. That's really the conclusion I have for this one. That's really it for that. Let's get to Sunday Night Football.
In the mid-70s, it's a perfect winter night tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, the home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa, and with a couple deep, White's going to bring it back. The right side, he'll be brought down at 23-yard line. Ball comes out, throws it that way, and there's Kelsey to the end zone, and right away, Kansas City on the boards. And Ryan Suckup gets the Bucs on the... And Kelsey goes with Mahomes, who tried to get away from it, flips it out there, and it's complete. Inside Edwards, Hilaire's got the first down, fighting for the touchdown, and he's in. First down, deep shot down the middle of the field, brought in at the 15-yard line by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Brady with time to the end zone, to Evans, holds on. Back in the game for Kansas City, Cole Beasley in for the Buccaneers. Brady pressured, lost the football. It's free, and Chris Jones tries to scoop it. Oh, and a snap to Noah Gray inside as Mahomes was diverted out of the gun. Brady looking. Evans brought it in. Great catch. Touchdown, Tampa. 44 yards. His first field goal. Second and goal. Mahomes to the goal line and in for the touchdown. Jody Fortson. John White is the back. He'll go airborne and in for the touchdown. 44. This one 32. High snap. Good job done by Tommy Townsend, the punter.
Pick it up.
Midfield. Pressure picked up. Mahomes throwing. Oh, he threw an interception. He threw it across his body and across the field. And on the return, Sean. Brady looking Fournette's way. At the goal line, Fournette is in for the touchdown.
For Kansas City, they're now 3-1, 41-31. I wouldn't say it's a blowout win, but it's a dominant win over or decisive win. I hate that word, but for this context, but dominating win over the Bucs. They fall to 2-2. And if you're a Chiefs fan, you should be pretty unhappy. I'm being completely honest there. Really big win. Mahomes looked really good. Obviously, that bad interception in the fourth quarter, but game was kind of already over. 23-37, 250. 249 to be exact. 3 touchdowns, interceptions, looked really good. They ran the ball really well. A lot of creative, exotic formations. That's one of the reasons they won this game. Travis Kelce, big for 9 for 92 touchdown. MBS went up and got one, 3 for 63. Juju really good underneath. Sky Moore had a couple big catches. Bad route though on that interception. Jody Fortson had a touchdown. Thing was kind of of course the best play of the week, or the day actually, and the week. Legarius Sneed 8 tackles, sack, really good. Nick Bolton had 6 tackles, Travis Fenton had 5 tackles, Jalen Watson had 5 tackles. They were a beastly against the run against the Bucs. This is just not great. They ran the ball 6 times. Tom 39, 52, 385, 3 touchdowns. Counting stats was really good. His best counting stat game of the season, but honestly, they just did not run the ball enough. Mike Evans, big game, 8 for 103, 2 touchdowns. Chris Godwin, 7 for 59, was pretty good. Leonard Fournette, 7 for 57, a touchdown was pretty good. Rashad White, and whatever. Again, he had 5 catches, 50 yards. A lot of it was garbage time. Offensively, they just did not run the ball. That's the reason they lost this game. Defensively, though, they just got outsmarted. I don't know what to say here. They tried their best. Just the formations and, the innovative nature of that Chiefs offense just absolutely screwed up with them. I wouldn't have been able to stop that. Crazy. But, yeah, Devin White, Levante David, 8 tackles for both of them. Keanu Neal was off the field, had 6 tackles. Mike Edwards, yeah, he had a sack. Good job by Sean Murphy Bundy taking advantage of the dumb play by Mahomes with that interception. But Carl Nassib and Mike Edwards with that sacks. We go over to the stats, though. Obviously, the Chiefs had more total yards, but passing yards went to the Bucs. Rush yards, that just tells you the whole story. Time possession, exact same thing. Turnovers, same thing. Yeah, they had 2 fumbles. Big bad, especially at the start of the game. Momentum was all on the Chiefs' side most of that game. Really all out for this, though. Let's get right to the keys to the game grade for both teams. Okay, run the ball 20 plus times, 10 plus, 10 plus air yard pass, air completions, and have Mahomes target Juju on crossing routes on 20% of second down and under 5 plays. I don't think they did any of that. No joke, other than maybe the running game. But again, Mahomes was good. They just found a way to be creative and got a win. That's what I got. I'll give them 5 pluses. They were really, really good. Defensively, they just sat back and said, throw the ball. Make Tom step up in the pocket and throw to Russell Gage. Yep. Triple Mike Evans as well. They didn't triple him, but again, they were pretty good. Defensively sat back, relaxed. I'll give them a plus. That's all you really need to say there. They only ran the ball 6 times. Let's get to the Bucs. Bucs offense, 5 plus 40-yard plays, maybe in 30 plus points. They got that done, but again, it was all garbage time. Offensively, they just could not keep pace. I'll give them that. Just not good enough to win. They didn't run the ball either. I'm not gonna give them 3 because they gotta score 30 points, but either you're gonna keep pace in the track meet, or you're gonna keep pace with the lead runner, or you're gonna get burned, and that's what happened. They got burned. If you're not gonna keep pace, you gotta use alternative options. They couldn't do that. Could not slow down the Chiefs. Chiefs did what they were gonna do. Cannot win games that way. Bucs defense continued up 10 quarters from week 1 plus week 2, second half of last week. They just got outplayed. Defensively, they could not do anything about that. It was just helpless. I don't know any defense that would have been able to prepare for that. You just can't. Because again, the Chiefs offense is so innovative. Yeah, you could have been oh, shell coverage, let's do that. But say they get into the red zone. What happens there? They had 3 crazy touchdowns. I'm that defense couldn't really do much there. If you're a Bucs defense, if you're the Bucs defense, you can't really blame yourself for really anything. I'll give them. I don't think they played well. I'll give them a minus, but again, just not good enough. I don't know what to say. They couldn't do anything. Like, they just couldn't. The Chiefs' offense was just running over them. I think they would have done that to any team, though, last week. They just played that well. That's all I got to say there. Great game plan by the Chiefs. I'll give them 3- because they weren't prepared. But Bucs defense, I guess you did the best you could. Like, that you couldn't do anything about that. That's all I got for that one, though, guys. Let's get right to the wrap-up. So that's it for the Week 4 NFL Sunday recap. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've obviously taken a heck of a long time to make, but hope you guys enjoyed. Obviously, it was a pretty good Week 4. For you guys, well, yeah, Monday Night Football already happened. What all you need to know is, yeah, it was a pretty good week of football. Obviously, the doubleheader and the Sunday night game were really good, but big statements by some teams. I'm a little ticked off, but obviously Week 5 is right around the corner. Well, not around the corner, but it's soon. That's all I got for this one, though, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see you in the next one.
The ball is loose, and the Huskies are on it. That's Bryce Yates who gets after it, Christian.
Yeah,